I just closed my biggest deal at my first Pokemon show as a small vendor. Let's break down how much money I made or lost during the entire show. Before getting into the numbers, I want to preface this because I was getting some comments in my last video. I'm not getting into vending just for the money. I've always been a huge Pokemon fan, from watching the show, playing the games for hours on end on my DS, and collecting and trading the cards with my brother. Pokemon was a huge part of my childhood. Fast forward, life got busy with school, and I dropped Pokemon completely. However, the memories always lived on in my head. Then 2016 hit, and I was grinding Pokemon Go like every other person in the world. That fueled my Pokemon addiction for a good few years, but then again, life got busy and Pokemon Go started to die down. This time though, I didn't want to drop Pokemon completely. Part of it was just not wanting to grow up. With the huge resurgence of cards in the past 5 years, I spent many hours of my free time just watching pack openings on YouTube. I never pulled the trigger to buy packs myself, so I just lived it through others. Now forward again to last year, I started working and finally bought my first cards since my childhood. I became a collector myself. With that all said, I'm not here for just the money. If I make profit, great. If I don't, so be it. I'm having fun along the way. I also just want to be super transparent with everything I do as a vendor, hence why I'm making these videos. Thank you for sticking with me through that whole ramble. Now let's get into the breakdown of the costs and earnings of my first ever show as a small vendor. Let's first look at the cost of the show. Number one, there was a fee of $100 for the vendor table. Second, transportation, I got a ride from a friend, but I put $10 to be realistic. Lastly, equipment, I paid $200 for binders, cases, and everything else, but this is a one-time purchase. Next, looking at my collection value before and after the show. I'm putting some arbitrary numbers here to not expose my collection value, but the difference still adds up. Lastly, cash. I'd set a budget of $3,000 for the show to buy cards, but honestly I was selling more than I was buying. I ended with around $3,800 in cash. Now getting the differences for the net cost, not including equipment since I can use those at any show, it came to $110. For the net value of my collection, I was down around $480. And when it comes to cash, I was up $837. To get net profit, I did cash minus the net value of my collection since I was down, minus the cost of that specific show. My net profit came to $247. That paid for all of my equipment for future shows and then some. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. Follow along for more vending content.